Hello, and welcome to Cultivate to Thrive podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Gunn. My mission is to help women find and live their purpose, resulting in discovering who they innately are. Throughout this podcast journey, I will help you to uncover your talents and your strengths to lead you on the path of realizing value in self, to grow in love of self, to lead to a fulfilling purpose, and to build stronger relationships. In this episode, I will expand on my acronym R.I.S.E. We are faced with many challenges every day. Each challenge offers you the opportunity to make a choice. You are able to choose how to proceed, or maybe not to proceed, who to include, who to exclude, and many, many other choices. Really examining what you have to offer and what those around you have to offer provides the opportunity to see the value in yourself and the value in others. This leads me to the R.I.S.E acronym. Realize individuals' significance everywhere. Wayne W. Dyer said, "Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change." Think about that statement. Listen carefully. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Most of us are taught to see the flaws or what is wrong with people, including ourselves. But what if you started seeing people in a new way? You started looking at what is best with them. What talents do you see that, when improved upon, will be like no other? Knowing your talents and spotting and encouraging talents in others is the foundation for an exceptional collaboration. If you've heard me speak before or have listened to other episodes of my podcast, you will often hear me talk about how we are each unique individuals with innate talents that we've been gifted, that we need to embrace our uniqueness and also celebrate, encourage, and help develop the unique innate talents of others. And that we are gifted these talents in order to serve together with others. Alone, we cannot be everything, but together, we can be something awesome. So really, look at yourself. Take the time to examine what is right about you and how you can build on those strengths. Once you can actually recognize, own, and learn to aim your innate talents into strengths, there's so much more you can do. You will have so much more confidence, so much more self-value. It will also help make it easier for you to see what's good in other people. Because when you recognize what is so right about you and embrace that and know what you have to offer, it's so much easier to accept and recognize what's great about other people. Oftentimes, people are plagued with jealousy, envy. They feel, the imposter syndrome, like they don't feel worthy of accomplishing what they can accomplish. But if you truly know yourself, that's no longer an issue. Also, knowing yourself makes it so much easier to understand other people. Actually, embracing individuality helps us to accept, admire, encourage, and develop others to be the best them that they can be. That's how we should be in the world, because every person has value. Every person has unique value. Sure, some of us are similar. Sure, some of us have similar skills, but we all have something that makes us unique. And when we can combine that uniqueness into a team or a community, great things can happen. When we allow each other to shine in our best light, everyone reaps the rewards. Everyone wins. I think that's something that we should all really be aiming for. It's so much easier for us to look at what's wrong with someone. In fact, you've probably heard me say, growing up in my time, we were told to be well-rounded students. You needed to be good at everything. When we went to college, there was the emphasis on being a well-rounded person. Seriously, do you really think that everybody can be a, quote, well-rounded person, unquote, and be good at everything? Why would we even need each other? We can exist without anyone. It's ridiculous. So know that you have value, and so does every other person. And that is why I developed this acronym for R.I.S E, because when we realize an individual's significance and do it everywhere, that's ourselves, that's our neighbors, our coworkers, our friends, relatives, just everyone in the community, everyone in the world, we will rise. We'll rise to the top, because what you can't do, someone else can do. What I can't do, I can work with someone else. We can share ideas. We can be successful together. So let's build a community, a world where people recognize the value in each individual person. Once we have that value of person, I can just see the world changing. Instead of being so concerned about what I have versus what someone else has, I can admire and help utilize what everyone has. We can create together, make the world a loving, acceptable place. But it does start with one person, and that one person is you and me and each of us as an individual. So in your journey to rise up in this world, in your career, in your family, personally, professionally, wherever you're trying to rise, remember to R.I.S.E, rise, by realize individuals' significance everywhere. This clearly demonstrates how you as an individual can and should rise up every day. You may get exhausted hearing me talking about how we are each unique with unique innate talents. Well, I'll never stop talking about it. Truth is, it's the truth. And it's time that you realize your own innate talents. This gives you value, a value no one else can claim. Be empowered by who you innately are. Sure, there are people with similarities, like I said earlier, but there are none exactly like you. And once you claim and embrace the unique person you are, you must recognize that each person is unique and valuable. Because without others, we don't shine quite as brightly, and they don't shine as brightly without you. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of Cultivate to Thrive podcast. Please remember to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode, and share with someone who needs to hear today's message. This podcast is brought to you by Cultivate and Thrive, Coaching by Michelle. Have a blessed and purposeful week.